Hey, welcome to another episode of the Black Girl Speak Up podcast. I'm your host, Jasmine, and I'm so excited because we are back in the studio and I have my co-writer back in the studio with me. I'm so excited when he's able to join me because we do all this virtually. So,
yes.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I flew in today, and
I appreciate you so much.
I feel like I'm still flying. I feel like I'm still in the sky.
It's been a day.
Yes, it has. But I can't wait to get tacos later on and make everything all right.
Listen, that makes it all okay.
Tacos makes it all right.
Tacos and a margarita.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me one margarita and I will take a nap.
I was about to do the dance.
Well,
give me one margarita.
Right. But for me, the lyrics are different. Give me one margarita and I will go to bed.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes. That is a mess. We are going to be answering some questions, and I'm actually excited because we have not done an episode where we're specifically just answering people's questions.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love questions, by the way.
I do too.
I'm really good at asking them. I'm pretty good at answering them.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah. But I am nervous because I don't know what these questions are. But that's gonna make it fun for me.
That is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Some of them are like very specific because of the people that wrote them.
Uh-huh.
So some of them I'm gonna answer them myself, but it's gonna be okay.
All right.
Okay. But before we get into that, we just have to say we're gonna speak on some things right quick. And as you know, this is the last week of Breast Cancer Awareness Month and also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I know so many people that have been impacted by both. So I just wanted to make sure we're taking a moment to appreciate the people in our lives that have struggled with any of these things, whether it's personal, whether it's family members that have dealt with it. Just make sure you are touching base with people. Watch for signs, if it's domestic violence, make sure you're watching for signs, okay? There are people around you that they're dealing with stuff and going through it, and they just don't know how to ask for help in those situations, or they're just going along because they think that it's okay, they're dealing with it. But when it comes to breast cancer, go to the doctor, get tested, male and female, right. all walks, because men deal with it as well. Right. And so I just wanted to take a moment to please get checked, check on those around you, to watch for signs of people that might be dealing with some deeper things in their relationships, their homes, and they're just not able to speak about it and talk about it as openly. Just check on your friends, check on your family members, check on your people, okay?
Black Girl Speak Up.
Black Girl. You so funny. So, questions. I have several, and I don't know which order we want to go in.
Well, I'm curious to what brought about these questions. What made you
I feel as though I want to have those moments where I'm interacting with the people, mm-hmm. and I want to make sure that if there's a specific topic that I have talked about, maybe I didn't touch on one specific part of that subject, okay. and somebody had a question about it. So I was like, let me see if people have questions.
Yeah.
We talk about a variety of different things, mainly mental health, mm-hmm. and diving into faith and all of that, but there's sometimes questions that I may not talk about relationships all the time, because that's just not something I'm going to talk about, but people may have questions about.
Yeah. Well, I also sometimes when I'm listening to a podcast, I feel like I'm having a conversation in the podcast, but I can't ask them anything because I'm not in the room.
Because you're not in the room.
So yeah, this is perfect.
So it's really good, and I'm glad I was like, let me reach out to some people and get some questions, and they delivered on the questions. So let's start with this one. How can I find friends at this late age to befriend? And I was like, there is part of me that has that mentality of no new friends. And I know that's not the best mentality to have. It's just trying to make friends. I understand how difficult it is trying to make new friends. Yeah. Especially at this big grown age. Yeah. But I think putting yourself in different situations and environments and opening yourself up to it is what will bring on those new friends.
I was literally about to say that. If you keep going to the same places all the time and you find you're not meeting anybody new, you're not having any new conversations, whatever, then that's probably your first sign that you need to switch it up a little bit. And just step out and talk to people. I told you I made a friend today at the airport.
You did.
And it was more so, you know who really actually taught me about how to make new friends is Tatiana. She is really good at just like complimenting people on something.
Yes.
And it really like builds a rapport pretty fast. And then you kind of bond over some mutual thing. And next thing you know, you're invited to the barbecue.
Right. And you know what? What's so funny about that is like I will compliment somebody and I'll move on about my business.
I love those shoes.
Bye.
I will never see you again.
We will never talk again.
No, I don't know. One time, me and one of my friends, we did a contest. So we went out and we wanted to see who could get the most Instagram followers.
Okay.
By going out and just making conversation with people and then asking them for their Instagram.
That's good.
And by the end of the night, I lost, but because I didn't want to talk to nobody. But it was still like a fun game, and you make new friends that way.
That's definitely me. I would have.
You would have lost. Well, we would have been in a competition to lose.
Right. Who's gonna get the least?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
OMG, that is good. I really want to put myself in those situations. But I also know that I'm just not like I.
You know what? Okay, there's another thing too. You could start to okay, there's this thing in video games where it's like an adventure and there's like the main quests, but then there's like the little side quests.
Yes.
So like you have your main friends that you're always with, but then they have friends that you're probably not as close with. You could try to like branch out and start making bonds with those people as well to just like grow. Because you already have some sort of common ground there with that main friend. So that's another way where you can make more friends too.
That's true.
I'm just trying to help the people.
Listen, I mean, I like what you're saying. Will I do it? Is the question.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. This one, everyone's yelling mental health. Where is the line of trauma and responsibility? And when I read that question, I was like, that's so good and such a good question, because when you look at society as a whole, when you look on social media, you see so many people like mental health, like there's a struggle, there's a crisis, right? But a lot of people, and I saw this quote, I saw somebody say it, and it was like, the people that are in therapy are in therapy because of the people that won't go to therapy.
I literally just saw that quote, and I looked at the quote, I read it, and then I backed away, and I said, "Ooh, ooh." You know, I don't know. I have come to a place in my life where I hold myself like accountable for, I got into that relationship, I should have said no, I should have backed away, I should have did that. I know where I have my faults, and I'm in therapy for the traumas that came outside of those things, right? I hold myself to the traumas and the responsibility, but so many people will scream trauma all day. I'm this way because of this. I'm this way because of these traumas, all the things that I've been through, so on and so forth. But where is the accountability? Where is the responsibility of like, yes, that happened. What are you doing to get yourself out of that? What are you doing to like better yourself? What are you doing to accept like, I held some sense of responsibility in that situation, regardless of what it is. And I know like there's some traumas, oh baby, they're deep. And some of that is like people doing some really messed up things, and that's not something that you can be held responsible for, right? Yeah.
How you grow from there, that is on you.
Yeah.
That is on you.
I genuinely don't think that having these traumas and these, past things that you've been through, because we've all been through stuff, gives you license to be a terrible person. But I don't know. I feel like not everybody has the capacity, and we can talk later about capacity, but not everybody has the capacity to grow and change. Someone asked me, does someone deserve grace? Does someone deserve grace because they have trauma
and they're trying their best. And I said, the short answer is yes. Everybody deserves grace.
Yeah.
They don't deserve infinite grace from the same person.
Correct.
Because if you're tired of yourself, imagine how tired I am. You know what I mean? Like, imagine how tired I am.
And you want me to continue to,
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
understand you're trying to grow through it and work through it. However, comma, exclamation point.
Yeah, but and that's the thing too, where like you start to get into that entitlement as well, where it's like you're not dealing with your traumas, you're not dealing with how you show up and how your actions impact me, but somehow I'm supposed to have the infinite capacity and grace to continue to allow you to harm me in some way. That's not fair to me.
It's not.
And it's also enabling you to continue to do the same things.
I agree. Because baby, the grace runs out.
The grace does run out. But
It
also,
does.
how can I have this infinite amount of grace for you if I'm dealing with my own stuff? Like, I'm trying to give myself grace.
Listen.
Because I'm already being hard on myself for the fact that I'm not showing up the best that I can every day. So I don't know if I can have capacity for you too.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
And I think that's the responsibility part of it. It's like, I've learned my lesson, and at some point I'm gonna say enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Because honestly, that's when you hope that the lesson will come. Because some people, unfortunately, do not understand consequences until they experience loss because of their consequences.
Yeah.
When you look around and there's nobody else to support you, there's no one else to enable you, and it's just you.
Yes.
Then now you're like, oh wait, am I the drama? Like, am I the villain? Like, that's when you kind of figure it out, I guess.
And you hope that somebody, like, they will take that time to, like, sit
hope.
back and, like, acknowledge it. But some people don't.
Yeah.
Some people don't. What is something you used to fear that you no longer do?
Okay. Ooh. This might be a little dark. But
Mine is dark, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
My sister went. I think being alone. Being alone for the long haul. I don't aspire to be alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's not such a scary thing anymore because I know that I'm enough. And, I definitely have love in my life with my friends and my family and all of that good stuff. If some magical thing happens, then
Beautiful.
great.
Yeah.
That is great. But, yeah.
Okay, so like I said, mine's dark. I no longer fear death.
Okay. I don't know if that's dark, but it's heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
I was, I've had
Yeah.
death after death after death, and before my mom passed, I feel like I had gotten to a very, like, scared, very fearful of, like, I'm next type of mentality. Because it was sister, brother, then sister, then my second sister passed away that I was very close with, and I was like, all right, so she did not make all right, so one sister did not make it to, she was 37, okay, and my other sister, she didn't make it to 40, okay, so I am currently 36. I was very much like looking at the clock.
Yeah.
Counting down years, counting down the months, counting down. Like, I got to that place, and I feel like I finally was like, all right, God, you are giving me this, like, thing that I'm working on. You're giving me this goal and this passion that is meant to help people. Whenever that is done, I know I have served my purpose. Whatever that time frame looks like, I've served my purpose.
Yeah.
Because I was definitely I was like, oh God,
there's this thing that happens.
Out of here.
There's this thing that happens when I'm on a flight where it's like turbulent, and instead of being scared, I actually get sleepy. And so, yeah, it feels like I'm being rocked to sleep. But I've been on so many flights in my life, and I have not died yet, knock on wood. But the fear of my life being cut short because of that flight almost feels irrational, because I'm 35,000 feet in the sky. This is already impossible. I'm already further than I thought I would be this morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if it's my time, baby, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm up here on this big metal hot dog, like in the sky. You know what I mean? And so it's like a peace that passes over me. Once I start feeling that turbulence, I say to myself, you had a good run. Like, it's wild, but
I get it.
But after so many, it's almost like you've been through enough trials in your life and gone further than you already thought you would.
Correct.
So now that you're there and it might be cut short, it's like, all right, well, I had a good run. I've been doing good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to make it this far.
I really did.
Yeah, and I think, they call that gratitude, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like it's definitely gratitude of like being grateful for how far you've come, being grateful with the journey, and regardless of what that time frame looks like, because we don't know.
That's right.
So regardless of what that time frame, I'm like, I've made it this far, and I've completed this much.
Yeah.
So you know what? Thank you.
My other fear, though, that I'm still scared of, is dying in a humiliating way. Like he died from eating too many tacos. Like, that's my story. Florida man. Florida man dies from eating too many tacos.
That's ridiculous.
Like, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Or they say when you die, whatever you're wearing, your ghost has to wear forever.
Oh.
I hope I'm looking fly.
Please.
Like, I hope I'm...
Please, have me in a two-piece suit, like,
yeah.
please, all white.
That's all I'm saying.
All white.
All
Listen,
white.
with some white.
This is why you gotta put them clothes on now.
Regardless. It don't matter what you're doing.
You don't know when your time gonna be.
And I want to look cute as a ghost. I want to be fly.
When I haunt my mom and my sisters, I want to be stepping out.
Listen.
I want to be like, that boy clean. Look at him.
Yes. That is so ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous.
Oh my God. But yes, I completely agree. Woo! Okay. Whew, Jesus, that was so good to me. Okay. Ooh. This one, I think it's more specifically to me, and I'll say it. But what has been the most important lesson you have learned from your divorce that you wish you knew when single that can possibly keep someone from marrying the wrong one? And I was like, okay. I was like, sis, you didn't have to ask that question, but I'm gonna answer it.
Beat you up.
She did. One of the biggest, there's a few lessons that I learned. One of the biggest lessons is that people may not show you or tell you or even know how to tell you that that's not the right one for you. Even though they may feel it. When I finally got, like, my mom was saying something and I was like, oh, but everybody else was like, oh yeah. And it wasn't until like after I had her, after I had a child, that people kind of were more vocal about how they felt about my ex. And I was like, why weren't people this loud in the beginning? Now I have this little baby that now I'm like connected to this person forever. I could have been gone before this. But that's
yeah.
So it's like some people may not be as loud for the no in the relationship, but they might be like, they might be giving you little hints every now and then, and you may not be taking those things in. Also, on the same token, listen to the gut, the feelings you have, because I knew before.
Yes, you did.
I knew before.
Yeah. Wait, can I ask which year?
Oh, man.
Was it year one?
It was probably, yeah.
It was year one.
It was year one.
Yeah.
It was early.
It's year one.
It's all year one.
Always year one.
year one, baby, listen, baby, I could probably count like year one, maybe year two, maybe year three.
Yeah.
I can go back and I can list all the times where the red flags were flying high in my face, and I got this perspective from somebody else that was stuck. And that person that was stuck was like, oh, relationships are hard. That mentality, like, there's work, it's work. And you're like, okay, so this is what it's supposed to be. This is like it. But I realized there is a soft love.
Yeah, there's a version of it.
It does not have to be as treacherous. Like, no, I should not feel like I'm going to war in my relationship.
Yeah.
And if I feel that way, that's a red flag. And so what I would say is, like, the voices around you, they could be giving you one or two things, keeping you stuck in that relationship or providing you more clarity as to why you should not be in it. But you, at the end of the day, have to listen to your gut.
Yeah.
When I finally listened to my gut was like, if you don't, bitch, don't. Like, now, by the time I did, it was like life or death.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, girl, you had so many chances before this.
Now, have you forgiven yourself for it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I remember it was funny. That man. I was like, I had gone through this whole process after I left, and I was like, all right, Jasmine, you learned your lesson. And if the biggest thing that came out of this relationship was this little girl that you are now, like, light of this life, like, she is amazing. Ball of sunshine.
Yep.
And if that was the reason, if that was the main reason that you stayed as long as you did, cool.
Yeah.
Got it. Honor that. Honor the fact that you won't change that. I wouldn't take that back for the world. You learned your lesson.
Yeah.
And now moving forward, your eyes are open to how you analyze relationship, how you analyze starting, moving forward, dating. Like, your eyes are completely open to it now, to not make that same mistake again.
Yeah.
Understand that it does not have to be hard. Like, there's so many things. Like, I did forgive myself, and I was like, I listened to people that were also struggling in their relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I thought that, well, they've been together for so long, so they know what they're talking about. All the while,
right,
they ready to get up out of their marriage too. And I was like, oh.
I personally, I've never been like so pro marriage. I'm not against marriage, and also if I ever get married, that'd be great. But I remember telling somebody, and I'm sorry for the shots that are about to be fired, I don't know many happy married people. I personally don't know that. I know a few, but I don't know a lot of
them. Like a grand amount, no.
And so that was my first indication. Like, if that was a step that I was going to take, it needed to be real. It needed to be solid. It needs to, because I view marriage, I was just telling somebody, I view marriage as, if I'm ever in a wheelchair, you have to roll me around. And you better take me to the concert. You better take me to the bar.
We're doing all the things.
We're doing all the things. Yeah. You better decorate this wheelchair, and we're headed out. I'm about to put my clothes on, and you better be happy to take me out too, because that's what marriage is. We locked in. Sure. And the moment that I'm not sure if you gonna wheel me around, I'm not staying here. And also, for me, I always thought that adulthood was very much a choose your own adventure type of thing. So you get to choose what type of marriage you have. You get to choose, what you're willing to put up with or settle for, whatever. You get to choose. And when I got to talking to some of my friends that are married, it really sounded like they were not making choices they wanted to make. And not even choices like as a unit. You know what I mean? As individuals or as a unit. And I was just like, I don't know about that.
And it's so funny because I was trying to date a little bit, and somebody thought it was like crazy that my first instinct now is like, I want to get married. they were like, that's kind of like most women want to get married. I was like, baby, I've been there, done that. It's not the top of my list.
No.
Would I like a loving relationship? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does that have to lead to marriage? If it gets there,
Yeah.
if it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. But
Yeah.
baby, I will hop off the truck if it's not going there. I like,
You want me to tell the government I'm in a relationship and get married? Start
And-
doing taxes and stuff?
and then you treat me like this?
What?
Not again.
No,
Not
but
again.
I definitely believe that it's possible for you to have a loving, mutually beneficial relationship, all that good stuff. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I do believe that it takes work. I
It
just
does.
don't think that it should be that hard.
It shouldn't be that hard. And I think that was the misinterpretation that I got from it. Work and struggle. Work and struggle are two different things.
Yeah.
And struggling is what we were doing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the work, or like just not understanding each other, having difficulty communicating. I thought that, okay, we're just, this is work. And I'm like, no, work is us trying to figure out these bills, because
Right.
these bills are ridiculous.
Right. It's not that this is work, it's that we're not aligned.
We're not aligned.
And
correct.
when you're not aligned with a person, even the smallest disagreement feels
Yeah.
insane.
Oh yeah.
It feels like it's almost violent. Their perspective is almost violent.
Yes,
It's like, you want me to do what? But for them, that's normal because that's where they are and you're somewhere different. And yeah, I mean, I recently got into a disagreement with, I'll call this person an associate,
Okay.
because we're definitely not friends. But we got into a really bad disagreement. And then what brought me peace, I was like, oh, that's right. We're just not aligned. We're not aligned on how we should go about working together. And you have a whole different set of values than I do. It's not that they're bad. They just don't align with mine.
Yeah.
And that's why we are clashing. And the things that you're asking me to do, they might be totally fine for somebody who's aligned with what you got going on. But they don't align with me. And so now we got beef. And we're going to keep having beef.
And it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are genuinely at some core values. We are not aligned
That's right.
on the same thing, and I had to understand that, because ain't no way, me asking you to come help me when my battery died should be an issue. If it's
Not for somebody you're aligned with.
not somebody, correct.
They're like, your battery what? I'm already there. I'm on my way. I felt like
Send
your
me
battery was dying.
Send me the address. Matter of fact, I got your location.
I got your location. I'm down the
On
street.
my way.
I actually followed you because I missed you so much. And
I'm on my way. I'll be there in 2 seconds. Don't even worry about it.
yeah.
It would not be, but
Yeah. It wouldn't be that.
it wouldn't be that. Okay, it would not be that. Okay.
Okay. You are
Listen.
a mess.
Whew, okay. I would go. I don't really want to do more. And somebody asked, in this crazy world, what is your new vetting system for men? And no.
You know, I can tell you one of my vetting systems for anybody.
Okay.
Platonic or romantic. Do you get on my nerves? If you get on my nerves, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
I need you to leave.
Literally.
And I need you to leave right now.
Darius, when I tell you, if I have to over-explain something to you, as if what I'm saying does not make sense, you gotta go. This is not it. And that's for anybody, but especially a man. Especially a man.
I mean, I have people that I'm no longer with, and they don't get on my nerves. Like, I would invite them back to just hang out with me because they didn't get on my nerves. But there's people I love that I'm like, hey, I've spent 15 minutes with you,
and that's enough.
and you still are chewing with your mouth open. So I'm actually gonna hop on a flight and leave because I can't take this. Not to be dramatic, but I gotta leave.
Ooh, yeah. I don't even. That's a really good one, because do you get on my nerves? If I can't even have a few minute conversation with you and like be at peace, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Well,
when we talked about gaslighting, when I get a little whiff of the gaslighteration,
gotta go.
I'm like, what you do now?
Are you?
What you say now? Get your things, and I need you to get out of here. Because I can't do the manipulation either.
I can't.
But again, all I need is a little taste of it. Like, oh, I didn't say what I said yesterday. Oh, yes, you did.
Yes.
You absolutely said that.
Absolutely.
And because you think I'm a fool, get your things and get out of here.
You got to go.
You gotta go.
Because I don't
Yeah.
have it. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I was chatting with a guy and I was like, get off my phone. And it was so funny. My cousin, shout out to my cousin. He was like, give him a chance. Like, da-da-da. And I went back, I reported back and I was like, see? He was like, dang, I tried. I was like, I told you.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is why. Okay. This is gonna be our last question.
Okay.
Because we have more, but I want to save it for, we're gonna do another Q&A soon. Okay. What is a truth you had or have to fight to believe? I have to fight to believe, and I know this considering our previous statements, it's gonna be slightly contradictory.
I love that. No, I love that.
I have to fight to believe that love is real. I have to in instances, like I'm kind of in the beginning phases of talking to somebody, it's soft, and I'm like,
when is the other shoe gonna fall?
like,
Yeah.
I have to fight to believe that you can have a soft, love, that you can have true love. I see people that their relationships exude that, but for myself, I have to very much fight to believe that that's even a possibility.
Okay. Yeah, that's real. I think. Ooh, I don't even want to admit this on the pod today. This is a gotcha interview.
It's not.
No.
I promise.
No. I think I still, on some level, have to fight to believe that I'm worthy. That I'm not easily discarded. That I deserve nice things. That I deserve to. I deserve patience. I deserve kindness, softness. Sometimes I don't even believe it, simply because that's not how I even walk through life. I'm not always soft. I'm not always kind. I'm not always patient. And so but I am really good at explaining that I'm not all those things. And so, and I explain them because I'm waiting for someone to see that I'm worthy, to see that.
So you're almost like
over-explaining, overcompensating.
Yeah.
But I'm worthy of that grace without having to explain. Just because I'm me, and I made it this far, and all the things that are inside of me are worthy and great and good and all that good stuff. I'm not even saying it with confidence now, but but that is something that I'm daily fighting to believe. And I think through that process, it's making me softer with people.
Yeah.
It's like the more grace that I'm giving others, it's coming back to me. And it's like, so I'm giving grace to myself. I'm giving it to other people. The softer I am with myself, I'm being soft with people. I guess that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Reap what you sow and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
But
you put out what you want to get back.
Yeah.
So
it might take a little while, but yeah. But that's the thing that I'm fighting to believe, because again, we talked about it earlier off screen, but it's like counting yourself out before you can even get in the room. And I think I do that. Pretty often, self-consciously. I'll just be like, oh, I'm not gonna even apply myself. Apply myself to that thing, because they probably won't see it for me anyway.
Which is so crazy. Our minds are
wild.
Because
I'm pretty sure other people see me and they're like, he's doing it.
Yeah,
he's
living
got
his
it.
life.
I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like,
yes. Yeah. I 100% agree. I'm
right here.
Yeah.
Because I do the same thing, and I'm trying to like not and be like, Jasmine, people are seeing, like, even with the podcast, I'm like, people are like, oh, you are doing your thing, and I'm over here like,
well, I also say the difference between you and somebody who is doing it is that they didn't stop, you know?
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah,
sure, people might see the podcast, but they don't know all the stuff you're doing behind the scenes.
Right.
They don't know how you're prioritizing your time. They don't know how, you know, like you're going over these topics, you're thinking about different things, you're interacting with people behind the scenes. They don't know that. They just see the highlights.
correct.
And so for them, they're like, girl, you are doing it. Meanwhile, you're hanging on by a thread. You haven't even eaten today. You just...
all I had was breakfast.
All I had was breakfast number 1 and breakfast number 2 and a croissant on the way here. I'm starving. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. No, literally, I am starving.
Yeah.
But, that's why we're going for these tacos. Yes.
Amen.
Amen. We're gonna work on that, okay?
Yes.
I need for us to all, like, if you take anything from this specific episode, because it was just Q&A, like, one, sit with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
See that where you are today, you have already accomplished all the other days.
Yeah.
Everything before you, it's in the past. You can't change it. So focus on the current moment and how you can, like, push forward.
And I would say, ask yourself the tough questions. Some of these questions were tough, and some of them were easy and fun, but I would say ask yourself the tough questions, see if you can answer them. And if you can't answer them, I would dig into why.
Yeah. I love it. We will see you guys on the next episode of the Black Girl Speak Up podcast. Until then, bye.